This conference will now be recorded.
Yeah, yes, Krupal. Just shoot out your questions. I'll open the exercise file. This is our exercise file.
Okay. So in that the command didn't work out is git config global username.
Yeah.
It was showing that fatal something like that was
You have to execute this command inside the repository. That is, if I directly went and execute someplace, it won't work.
yes sir. I'm on the same directory that the same directory I have created
No.
as
Okay. Okay. I'll show you. Just I'll opening my command prompt.
okay sir.
If I try to execute this username password thing, for me, just here also it's working. Once if you installed JIT, it will work.
Yeah, already installed it, sir, and I have tried those commands, git version and git command, and it is showing me that.
So other
And
other commands and all, it's working.
yes, sir. Other command that first init commands, init command is working, and the system.
JIT add, JIT commit,
Yes, everything is working. Git commit, git and
except
add
JIT
is.
config. Except JIT config for you, everything is working, right?
Yeah, and the last was not working. Like yes, sir, commit was also not working. Git commit. I tried a m and the readme.md
Okay.
file has been added. Then the error was, please tell me who you are. Run a git config global user and email. The error was like that.
Okay, okay. Because if we are not setting username and email address, it won't allow us to do the commit.
Yes, sir. And I tried
Okay,
it by
what we'll do,
using.
okay, end of this session, again, we will connect in offline and then I can discuss with you regarding this.
Oh, no problem, sir. No problem. We
Okay?
can move
Yeah,
ahead right now. Yeah.
yeah, okay. Again,
Okay.
we can go through the last sessions. Okay, these are some of the tools we can use for JIT. The first one is this link which is used to download a JIT from jit-acm.com. And next one
Mhm,
is GitHub GUI. It is a famous tools.
mhm,
Again, we can download these tools and then we can started using this one from our local systems. And third one
mhm,
is a K3 KDiff3 tool, which is used to identify the difference between two files.
mhm. Yes, sir.
When the conflict arises, that time this tool will be useful. Apart from this, we can other tools also we can use the GUI tools. And JIT
Mhm,
version is a command which is used to check which version currently we are using.
mhm,
Okay, and then the configuration related things, when we executing JIT config hyphen global, it is set at our user level.
mhm,
We can set a username. Again, we can set an email address. This two thing is mandatory, other things are optional. We can go and set JIT config hyphen global, and then we can set the core editor. Core editor is nothing but it is a GUI tool or command line editor tool which we are going to use for our JIT repository.
mhm,
And then JIT config hyphen global merge dot tool. Again, it is a tool which is used when the merge conflict arises. That time we can use this tool,
okay.
and we can set a color auto color, just color dot UI into auto, or you can set it
Mhm,
as a false. This is mainly
mhm.
used for Mac operating systems.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
using the JIT config hyphen list, we can see all the list of configuration details.
Mhm,
Like that, if you want to unset some values, you can use JIT config hyphen unset, and then you can use username or password so that that particular value has been unsetted.
mhm, mhm,
Okay, and coming to this one, create or cloning existing repository. Okay,
mhm,
either we can go and create a new repository by executing JIT init command. If you fire JIT init command, it will start, it will consider that the present working directory as, it will convert the present working directory into Git repository.
Hmm.
Okay, if you give Git init and then some directory name, it will create a new folder and then it will convert that newly created folder into Git repository.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then Git status is a command which is used to say, is there any changes present in our current working directory?
Right, right.
And then we have Git clone. Git clone is used to clone the existing directory from the central repository.
Hmm.
If you want to clone any particular branch, you can give this hyphen B, and then if you give the branch name, it will clone that particular branch.
Hmm.
And then coming to snapshot related commands, your first one is just we have to add a new file, and then if you execute git status, it will say that the newly added file is in a red color. Okay, and then it will say it
Yeah.
is an untracked file. We have to add the file using a git command -a, or you can directly give git add and then file name, so that that file has been added to our stage locations. Again, you can
Hmm.
execute a git stage. It will say that either you can commit these changes or you can revert the changes using git checkout command.
Hmm.
Okay, and then we have a commit command. When you're executing commit command, it will be saved in our local repository. It won't save
Okay.
in our git repository.
Hmm.
We have to
Yes.
follow the steps for some 5 to 6 times, and then if you execute the git log, you will get
Hmm.
what are the commits currently present in our local repository.
Hmm.
Okay, and then if you want to remove any files from your git repository,
Hmm.
you can use this rm file command, so that it will remove the file from our systems, and then if you can check the status and then log, and then if you have to give git clean hyphen df, so then only it will be actually delete from our repository.
Hmm.
Okay, when we firing rm file name, it will delete at a operating system level, but not at a git level. To remove from the git level, we have to give this git clean hyphen df command,
Hmm.
and then you can go and modify the existing files, and then you can check the git status, and then you can find git diff, so that it will say what is the difference between uh, the file which is in our local repository and in our working directory. For
Right.
us, it will show only one file, but for JIT, it is a three stage. The first one is a working directory, and then staging, and then the final one is a local repository.
Hmm. Hmm.
Coming to this one, if examples, if you want to add your repository to the remote JIT locations, you can add like this: JIT remote add origin, and then you can give this URL of your remote JIT repository. Okay, for examples, I specified here JIT remote add origin. Again, I'm giving github.com/bilbas/poc.git, so that my changes has been added to the remote repository, and then I map to remote repository, and then I have to use this git push -u origin, and then I have to give master or branch, whatever name I'm planning to push there, that name I have to specify, so that it will go and push there. And then for logs, we have some more things like log hyphen online status hyphen state. So, and then we can pull the changes from the remote repository. Again, we can give a one line, so that it will show the logs in the one lines. And then again, we can push the source code into Git repository, our online Git repository. When we filing this git push -u origin master, first time alone we have to give like this. Examples, I'm created my repository in my local, I'm mapping with my that is my central repository, and then I'm planning to push. That time, first time alone, we have to give git push -u origin master. From the second time onwards, we can use this simple git push command. We no need to give the uh, entire command again, like git push -u origin or master or something.
Hmm.
Okay, and coming to Git log related commands, we have lot of log related commands. uh, like so on the day just we did a mistakes instead of author we used authors, that's why it showed a error, but the actual command is author, and then if you give the author name it will display that particular command alone.
Mhm.
And then based on time also we can go on take a logs again. This git logs we have lot of parameters and lot of arguments for this git log. It's mainly used for analytic purpose. We can do lot of work related to this git logs. And again git diff is used to find the difference between the our local repository and our that is
Online
our last
repository.
commit and our current working directory. Okay, now we will go to the latest again, some advanced commands. Okay, just last week we didn't saw few things. That time we will see this one. Okay, what I'm doing, just I'm going on. Okay, starting a new repository.
Mhm.
I'm just giving training. I'm firing git init. Okay, now it's initialized the new repository called git advanced hyphen training. Just I'm going inside
Mhm.
this advanced hyphen training.
Mhm.
As I don't have, sorry, dear, I don't have any files here. Just I'm going and creating a new file. Okay, changing that untracked file. So I'm adding git add readme. Just I'm adding this file.
Mhm.
Again, I'm checking the status. Now it is in a green color and it says that how to commit or using git rm hyphen hyphen cast file name so that I can unstage this one.
Mhm.
I'm giving git commit hyphen m and then message I'm passing in a double quotes. Just I'm passing branching training git push. Okay, before push. Okay, if you see my repository, I don't have any code. It's showing some other informations. So I want to push for that. Before that, just if you see here itself, they're giving create a new repository on the command line, and then
Mhm.
follow the steps or push the existing repository from the command line using these steps.
Mhm.
I fire this git init and git add git commit I did. Then I have to execute this command git remote add origin https colon slash slash github slash vilva slash training dot git.
Mhm.
now just I mapped my Git repository with my GitHub, my local
Hmm.
Git repository with GitHub. So
Hmm.
when I trigger Git push command, this time just I have to push like this: Git push -u origin master.
Hmm.
Okay, when I push this command, it will automatically push into Git repository. So just showing some certificate error. Now it pushed my source code into Git repository. If I went here and then if I refresh, I
Yes, sir.
have my readme.git.
Sir, question is,
Yeah, yes, Prabhas.
here we are pushing our local program into the online repository. Uh, it is there is no security because we set it as a public, right? If we make it private, then it will ask for password too, right?
Yeah, yes, it will ask you username password. Either you can go in two way, either you can go for username password, or you
Hmm.
can go work with SSH, that is passwordless authentication.
Okay, okay, okay.
Okay,
Got it.
since it is
Yeah,
a training, we can't afford every month. We can't afford $7
of
for
course, yes.
each
Of
repository.
course, yes.
We are going for this one.
Yeah, that's not a problem, sir. Yeah.
Okay, and then like again, I can go and add some other changes in my Git repository. I'm just putting this. I push my source code into GitHub. Again, same Git status. It's saying that it is modified. Either I can add the file or I can check out. I'm adding this file git add, and then I'm giving my file name, and then it is use git checkout. Okay, again I'm checking the status. This time also it is saying reset or you can commit. Just I'm going to commit -m, then I'm giving this time. Just again I'm checking my status, everything is clean. This time just I'm pushing my source code into just I'm executing git push. I'm not adding again, I'm not adding git uh, add remote branch or something. Just I'm executing git push so that it will automatically push my source code into GitHub repository.
Hmm.
Okay, now if I went here and then if I refresh, I have another command called I push my source code into Git repository like that. Okay, so now what I'm doing, just I'm going to create a branch. Branch is nothing but if examples I completed my development. Now I don't want okay. For that, what I'll doing, just I'm putting some source code here. Okay, it is SRC. Inside SRC, I have a com example. Inside examples, I have a folder of a file called hello.java. Okay, this is my project.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I'm executing just status. It's saying that one folder is untracked. I'm adding git add src. Okay, I can add it. Just I can add it in the full folder, or I can give it in a file level also. As of now, just I can give the folder since I have only one file. It's added. Again, I'm setting the status. Now it's added. So just I'm giving commit m, and then I'm passing message as project has been completed. Okay, one file is committed and my source tree is clean. Okay, now it is clean. I can push my local commit to. If you see here, your branch is ahead of origin slash master by one commit. Like that, just when we giving a status, it will show that which one is higher, it is in upstream or downstream. Just it will say the commit to us, information to us. Just I am executing git push command. Now if it pushed my source code into git repository,
Mm-hmm.
I'm coming and checking that here I have one folder, src folder. Inside that src folder, I have my hello.java files. Okay. If I want, I can edit here also.
Oh.
I have options. Okay, just I'm editing and then I'm coming down here. I'm giving my git commit message. I'm saying that uh, update in my Java program. Sure, I have commit directly to my master branch, or I can create new branch and then commit. Just I'm leaving as a default value. Just I'm giving a commit message alone. Okay, now it's committed. Now here I'm checking my status, saying that everything is clean, but still my program is ahead of my remote repository. So for that, I have to execute the command git pull. Okay. The best practice is always when you before you are pushing your code changes to master, pull the source code from there, and then you try to commit. If I open here, my changes will be reflected. That is the changes which I done in the master repository has been reflected in my system also.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so always it is a good practices before pushing our source code into our Git repository, we have to pull the source code. We have to fire the Git pull command so that what it will do, it will go to our central repository. It will pull the source latest changes from the central repository, and then it will keep it in our local machine, so that uh, when we pushing the source code, it will always be up to date.
Mhm.
I'll show that examples also. Again, I'm going and changing something in this file, or I'm adding a new file. Okay, I added a new line in this program,
Yeah.
and then I committed the changes. Now I'm coming to my local, and then what I'm doing in my local, I'm adding a new file called build.xml. Saying one untracked file is there, I'm executing git add build.xml. Now I'm checking my status. It is in track. I'm executing git commit, and then I'm passing message. I'm passing added build XML file. Again, I'm checking my status. Everything is clean, and it's saying your branch is ahead of origin master by one commit. Okay, but it is not checking the online repository. I'm trying to push my source code there. It's saying that rejected. The reason is updates were rejected because the remote contained work that you are not locally. This is usually caused by another repository pushing to the same ref. You want to first integrate the remote changes like git pull before pushing again. So this is the error we will get. So we have to execute this command git pull.
Mhm.
Now if I push my source code there without any issues, it will go and update my file.
I have a query. If I
Yeah.
do the git push, before git push, I done some changes in local. So it will
Yeah.
merge or it will revolve, right?
If you make some changes and then if you're committed, when you executing git push, it will go and merge. First, it will go and check with the file. If it is not making any conflict, it will merge with the existing file. If there is any conflict is arriving, in that case, it will throw an error in your file so that you have to resolve the conflict manually and then you have to push your source code there.
Okay.
For example, myself and you, we both are changing the same line. In that condition, obviously the conflict will arrive. But myself and you are changing in a different line, the conflict won't arrive. In rare condition, only we both will work on the same line. In that case, we will get a conflict error.
Okay.
For example, if both the peoples are trying to change this, I'm trying to change this hello into hi, and you are planning to change hello into hi. In that case, the conflict will arrive. Which one we have to use like that? Okay, this is how we have to work before every time before pushing our source code into central repository. We have to make changes in. We have to pull the latest changes from the central repository, and then we have to push our source code.
Mhm.
Okay. The next advanced command is git branching. Branching is nothing but already we discussed yesterday. It's used for separate development. If, for example, this particular program I delivered to Krupal or money. Okay, and some other
Mhm.
guy is coming and asking, requesting me that just add one more line sysout called this is JIT training. Okay, if I add in the existing source code, it may affect you because you don't want that information. Okay,
Mhm.
for example, just okay, I'll create a branch and then I'll show you. I'm creating a JIT. I'm executing a JIT branch command. JIT. Okay. Before that, just I'm executing JIT branch command. It will say in which branch currently we have. Currently, I am in master. From master only, I'm planning to create a new branch. JIT branch, and then I'm giving branch name as AWS training. Okay. Now I'm executing JIT branch command. Still, I created a branch, but still it is in a master only. Okay. For that, what I have to give, I have to give a execute a command git checkout git checkout, and then I have to give AWS training. Okay. Before that, I'm showing my repository. We have this advanced training. Inside advanced training, we have only .git folder, src, build, and then readme.md. Okay. I'm switching to my master. Okay. I missed A. Sorry. Okay, it switched to my current branch. Now I'm executing JIT branch. Now it is saying AWS training. Okay, still I'm going and refreshing here. Still the same folders only I'm having. I'm not having any folder called AWS training. Okay,
Mhm.
the folders remain same, but the content we are going to change that is different. Okay, in my central repository, if you go to my central repository and then if you check this branch, we have only master. We don't have any other things here. Yeah, you're getting Krupal?
Yes, yes, sir. Sir, I'm getting.
Because we are not push our newly created branch to the GitHub, so it is present only in my local. So what I'm doing, I'm going to my source code and then I'm going to change something in my source code. I'm adding. Okay, what I'm doing instead of this hello world, I'm giving hi all. Just we are providing AWS training in Git. I'm going and checking my Git status. It's saying that there is one modification in my tracking files. I'm adding Git src slash example slash hello world. Again, I'm executing Git status. Now it is in my stage. I'm executing Git modified Git commit -m. I'm giving AWS update in my program Git push. It's showing error that uh, the current branch AWS training has no upstream branch. To push the current branch and see the remote as upstream, use git push -- set upstream origin AWS. So that what it will do, it will go to our repository and then there in our central repository, it will create a new branch for us.
Mhm.
I'm executing now. Now the new branch has been created. If I refresh
Mhm.
here, it's showing that AWS less than a minute ago. We have new branch AWS.
Yes.
If you see this file, this is output we having system.println and then hello world, and in the next line we have system.println hello world alone. I'm switching
Mhm.
my branch from master to AWS. Now, the second time I'm having a different message. But in my first master branch, I'm having a different message.
Hmm.
Okay, why we
Hmm.
are creating branches? Already we have some working prototype. We are going to add some new additional features. When we adding the additional features, we we can there is a possibility that the existing working thing will be affected. To avoid that, we are creating a separate branch. There we are continuing our development. Once it is working perfectly, and then we are merging the changes into our master.
Mhm.
You're getting right. Now what I can do, just I can go to my AWS training. Here I can add whatever content I want. Just I can add other things also. So what I'm doing, just I'm executing this command with config. I'll change my name into my just, but still I'm keeping my email address as the same. Just I'm changing my name alone, and then I'm pushing the changes. I'm updating the changes here. I'm adding one more. Okay, what I do, I'm adding one more file instead of creating here. I'm giving name. So is it just I'm naming as RPA. Now what I'm doing, just on Git add Git status I'm checking. Git add src slash com slash example slash rpa.java.
Mhm.
Again, I'm checking the status. It is saying that it is modified and it is in a track. I'm executing git commit -m, and then I'm saying giving a command like rpa update git push. This time just I'm executing only git push. I'm not executing any other command. Now my changes has been pushed into remote repository. Now I have two files in my inside my src com examples in AWS branch, whereas in my master branch I have only one file allo.java. Okay, this is how the organization will work. Whenever they are adding a new features, they will create a separate branch called a release, or they can name it whatever their naming convention they are following. Based on that, they will create a new branch, and then they will started adding the features there. That is, they started adding their development activities there. Okay, once our development activity is completed, we can merge our source code into the master. Okay, for that purpose only we are using this git merge command. Git merge command. Okay, so what I'm doing, I'm switching my repository from git training from checkout master. Okay, if I give git checkout master, again it will back to my master git branch. It will say currently I'm in master. If I want to again switch to master to AWS, I can switch to training. Now if I execute my branch, it's saying that it is in the star is pointing to AWS training. Okay, this command is you're clear, right? Git branch, git checkout.
Yes.
Again I'm back to my master. I'm executing my branch command. Now currently I'm in my branch. Here I'm showing the changes. Inside my hello world, I have only one file. That file contains only hello world and hello world. Okay, it not containing any information related to AWS. Now what I'm doing, I'm executing a command git merge, and then I have to give my target from where I'm going to take. That is my source branch. I'm currently in my target. Now I'm executing git merge, and then I have to give my source branch. I'm giving git AWS training, so that now it will merge the changes from my AWS branch into my master branch. If you see here, it will automatically, I have two files. One is hello.java in my master, and then rpa.java. Okay, I have two files. One is currently I'm in my master, but now I merge my AWS branch changes into my master. Okay, but still the changes is not pushed into the central repository. In central repository in master, still we have only one file only. Just I'm pushing git push command so that it will push my local changes into my master.
Wilmani, in local, we do not have two different branches now. Only we have master only, right?
Not
How
like
we
that.
do?
See, at that time, even it is a local or it is a remote, wherever it is, you are able to work in only in one branch, but you can switch from one branch to another branch easily.
Okay, but in local repository, we do not have a folder called AWS training, right? Or we do
No,
have.
even in central also it won't create. It is a virtual thing. So it will be managed automatically in the JIT.
Okay, for training, we can doing it. For if I'm doing a real-time project, how I can
In
able to,
real
for
time,
example,
in real time project, in real time project also you will follow the same thing only. You'll go and execute a command like git branch, and then you will give a branch name. It will inside the git repository. It will create a branch, but it won't create any folder for AWS training.
no,
The source code when
my query is how I can able to, for today I'm not committing anything. It's locally I'm running the changes, AWS training. Tomorrow only
okay.
I'm going to add a new changes in AWS training or master, whatever it is. then how it will be stored in locally, then how it will be differentiating it.
Sorry, I didn't get you. See,
No,
your
now
question is, in
see
your
you are
local you created new branch.
AWS training.
Okay.
In the AWS training, you order the RPA Java, but it is not
Yep.
pushed into the master, I think, remote one. It is everything is local only.
Yeah.
Tomorrow only I'm going to push it in everything remote. So in
Yep.
locally, I have the two different folder. How it will be different in it.
Not two different folder. You'll have only one folders. When you're switching from master to AWS, it will create that folder automatically. It will be managed
But
by
this
this.
is this,
Physically, it won't available. It will be managed by this .git folders.
okay, okay. But everything is in the same folder only. Once we are doing the
It will
changes
be
in the
available in the
command
same
line.
folder only. All the information will be recorded in this .git folder. If
Okay,
you
okay, got
deleted
it.
this .git folder, all your tracks will be. If you are not pushed the changes into central repository, all your Git related track will be went to.
Okay, got it.
Okay, okay. Now I'm refreshing. Okay, my Git push is success. Now I'm refreshing my central repository. In master itself, I have two files. One is hello-world.java, another one is
RP.
rpa.java. Okay. Now what I'm doing, just see, and one more thing. Here, our JIT branch name is advanced-training. But here in our central repository, we have a name training. In that case, the conflict will arrive. What is our actual branch name, that is repository name? Okay, the actual repository name is training.java only, because whatever things which will available in the central, that is our JIT repository name. So what I'm doing, I'm going and then I'm creating I'm copying this JIT clone command. I'm coming to my JIT local branch JIT. Okay, before that I'm moving to my desktop, JIT clone, and then I'm executing here my command. I have folder called training. Okay, inside the training I have all the informations. Okay, I'm executing just here. I'm executing JIT branch command. It will show only master to me. Whenever we are cloning, first initially it will clone only master. It won't clone any other branches. Okay, if you want any other branches, either you have to check out to that remote branch. You can check other branches firing JIT branch -a command, so that it will say what are the branches available in the central repository. We have master, and currently we are in the master, and then we have AWS training also. Whereas the same command I'm executing here, JIT branch -a, for me AWS training and master is showing in a AWS training is showing in it is in a white color, and master is showing in a green color, since I am currently in master, whereas here for AWS master alone showing me in a green color, AWS training is showing in a red color. The reason why is still I am not check out the comments, that is check out the branch. Okay, like that, same thing. I can go and create new branch from my master also, from my GitHub also. Okay, just switch here. One second. We changed recently. Okay, here I type a name. Since that name is not there, it's saying that create a branch DevOps. Okay, okay, either I can create here also just DevOps. Now I created a DevOps branch. It have all my whatever things present in my local, that is from my master. The same thing is available in the DevOps branch also. But my DevOps branch is not here. Git branch. Still my DevOps branch is not here, but when I find git a, it is showing. Before that, just I have to pull, since my git folder is not up to date, so I'm firing a git pull command. Now if I execute this one, in my remote repository, I have one more branch called DevOps, which is created from my master. So whatever code present right now, whatever code present in my master and AWS training and DevOps, all the code is same. I'm going and checking out git checkout DevOps. Now I'm firing my git branch command. Currently I'm in my DevOps branch. So what I'm doing, I'm creating one more folder called DevOps, one more Java program called DevOps.java. Git add src/commit/example/ DevOps.java. Git status, git commit -m, and then I'm giving my commit DevOps src source git push. Now I no need to give any command like git push setup upstream like that. The reason why is this branch has been directly created in my central repository, so I can directly fire git push command, so that it will automatically push my source code changes into the central repository. Okay, if I went here, DevOps, inside my source folder, I have 3 files, whereas in my master I have only 2 files, whereas in my AWS training again I have 2 files. I don't have much files on my AWS. So now what I'm going to do, I can't merge my master into DevOps directly into AWS. I can able to only merge my DevOps into AWS. Master. The reason why is my parent for my DevOps is master, not AWS. Okay, it's like this. First, what I did, I created this one from my master. I created AWS training branch, and then I merged the same thing into master back. I'll merge the same thing into here. Now I created one more branch called Devops. From my master, I created one more branch called Devops. Again, I'm merging this back to master. I can't merge this directly here. I can't merge directly here, since if I did like this, it is a wrong approach. it's not right approach, it is a wrong approach. From where we are creating, there only we have to go and merge. So what I'm doing, just
Mm-hmm.
switching to my Git checkout master and Git merge, and then I can give a command git merge and then devops. This is the branch I'm planning to merge, so I'm firing this one. Now the code has been merged with my master, and I'm pushing the source code into git push. If I went to my master branch, I have my DevOps folder also. If you see, I have my DevOps folder. But the same thing is not available in the AWS training. The reason is AWS training is a separate branch, whereas master and DevOps is a separate branch. You're getting, or you have any doubts on this?
No, I'm good. I'm good, sir. I'm getting it.
Okay, this is what from if you want.
Yeah,
Okay,
I have
just
a query. So, one second, I have a query. If I want to merge between the DevOps and the AWS training, what is the process?
yeah, okay. First, what I think we can merge directly, but that is not a good practice because always we have to merge our things with a master branch. So what we can do, we can
No,
merge
no,
our change.
the scenario,
Yeah,
scenario,
I'll tell
I
you.
understand the scenario.
I'll tell
Because
you. First,
you,
what you have to
yeah,
do, you have to merge your changes to master. From master, you can execute a rebase command, so that
okay,
whatever changes there in the master has been coming to your AWS training.
okay, okay.
Example, I'm switching to Git checkout AWS training Git rebase master. Now, if I refresh here, I hope my repository changes will be okay. Since if I directly made any changes in my master, that will be come here. Since I'm not made any changes, so it's not coming there. We can't merge that directly here. For examples, okay, I'll tell you. Okay, one more. I'm switching to my master. So, master. Okay, here I'm creating one more branch. Okay, we can create a branch like this also. Just did checkout hyphen b, and then you can give a branch name. I'm giving RPA. Okay, now it will directly switch to RPA branch. Using git checkout, you can directly switch like this. Okay, now what I'm doing again, I'm checkout to my master. Checkout. Okay, I'm checkout to DevOps. In DevOps file, I'm making some changes. Okay, my master file status git push. Okay, I forget to fire the git add command. Just added git commit hyphen m new git git push. Now if you see, I created one more branch, meters RPA. From I created this from my master branch. Git checkout master. Git branch. Now again, what I'm doing, just I'm checking out to my RPA branch. Git rebase master. Okay, now what are changes I did it in my DevOps branch that will be available in my here also in RPA also. Okay, the reason why it is not merged, it is not rebased to AWS is we have created this DevOps after AWS branch is created. So it is the upstream. So we can't merge this into this thing directly. Even if you put it in a master also, it won't come here. Either we have to add the changes manually to AWS or we have to create a new branch from master.
Mhm.
Now, if I went to my AWS, have one more branch, just if I refresh, have one more branch, have my RPA branch. Whatever changes I did it in my RPA, the same changes will be available in my, so whatever changes I did it in my DevOps, the same changes will be available in the RPA also. It's not coming. Sorry, guys. One second, sorry, just I made changes in a different place, so it's not working as expected. Branch. Okay, now I added these things into my staging area. If I want to revert these changes, I can use this command, git reset head, and then I have to give the file name. I'm just giving src/com slash example slash hello world.java. Now, if I went again, if I check the status, src com slash, it is not added state. Either I can add or I can check out, I'm checking out. I don't want to save these changes. So just I'm giving src slash com slash example slash hello world. Now when my changes has been reverted since I execute git checkout command, so that now if I execute git status, everything should be clean here. Git checkout devops. I'm going inside my devops folder. There I'm adding these three dots, git add dot git commit hyphen m new update git push. Git checkout master. Here I'm executing git merge devops. Now in my DevOps branch, I have one changes. The changes has been merged with my master.
I think you done it everything in that training local
Yes.
university, not in advanced training.
No, no, no. Yeah, initially I did it in a training course. Now I didn't refresh in central. That's it.
Okay.
Okay. Now
So
what
what
I'm
is
doing,
the
I'm checking
purpose
through
you,
my.
once again, what is the
Sorry,
purpose
Guri,
you created
come
two,
again.
what purpose you created a two local repository, advanced training and training?
No, no, just to show the difference. When we cloning, it will clone only a master repository. It won't clone other. We have to manually go and check out each and every repository in our from our remote.
Okay.
Okay, if just had replace and then I push the source code into my central repository. Now that whatever changes I did it in my DevOps, the same changes will be available in the RPA also. That's why just if you added any features in your downstream job and then that feature has to be available in your upstream, you can execute rebase command. Okay, and this things always the merge will happen like this only. Merge will happen from your upstream to downstream, and rebase will happen from downstream to upstream. Krupal, are you getting or it's confused for you?
No, sir, I'm getting, yeah.
Yeah, upstream is nothing but from downstream is what is our base branch from where we are creating the newly branch. The newly created branch is called the upstream branch, and our old branch is called as a this one.
Right, right.
Our old branch is called as downstream. Again, you can create a new branch from this branch also. Just from here also, you can create new branch, and that you can merge this back to DevOps, and then from DevOps again you can merge to master. That is your wish, how you are designing your applications and all, how you are architecting your
Uh,
JIT practice.
Bilbamani, now I have a query. How do I identify which is the upstream branch, which is the downstream branch now? Now we have four branches.
Yeah, yes. Okay, again, this information we have to make a track, or we can have some GUI for that. Using that one, we can track. Okay, I'll open the GUI. I'm not sure. I'll install. Okay, what I'm doing, I'm closing this command prompt. Instead of this command prompt, I'm opening a JIT bash. I'm coming into my training, JIT training, advanced training. Here from my exercise file, I'm executing this JIT log file. I'm saying that because double. Okay, see, we have a training branch. Whatever star we are getting here. Okay, before the JIT branch. Okay, I'm checking out to my master. JIT checkout master. Now I'm executing this command. Okay, if you see from here, I created this 38cc53. This is my command which I executed from in my master. From there, I'm creating a new branch. Again, that branch has been merged here. If you see here, AWS is RPA is created from, okay, not this one. Okay, we'll go for the, here it's not that much clear in the command line. Source tree is again one of the easiest tools, JIT based tools we can use for adding. Again, we can use this tool for commit or whatever things you want. Like that, we have plenty of tools for GUI based JIT, like JIT, Tortoise JIT, and again we have other tools. My preference is I'm using this tool because it is very simple to use, whereas other tools we need some special training to use that one. But this is very simple. I'm going and browsing my local repository. Okay, whatever color it's showing in the blue, sorry, yep, blue color, it is our master branch. From here in red color, we have created one new branch. From red color, we created branch from there. Just we have to identify this one only, money. Using this graph only, we can able to identify based on the commit message which we gave.
Okay, what is
In the
this?
initial comment, we have
What is the
this
name of
tool
this
name
file?
is tree source. Okay,
Tree?
this tool name is a tree source. Tree source.
Okay.
Okay, this is GUI command. It is very simple to use. Whereas if you go for tortoise JIT and all, it is little bit difficult. But this tool is very straightforward. How we are using in the command prompt, the same thing we can directly, because if you see, we have buttons everything like commit, push, pull, and fetch branching. You can create a new branch. You can merge here. Whatever things we can do it here, very simple manner. Whereas other tools are it's bit difficult. Whenever we are merging this cycle will go and merge with our masters. Okay, just again I'll check the process. Is there any command to find the upstream and downstream branches? That I'll get back to you in the next classes. But this is the way we can identify whenever we are creating a branch. First we have to give a initial information for that from where we are creating. Even we have this readme.md file, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you see our source code, we have a readme.md file. The best thing
Mm-hmm.
is whenever you're creating a branch, you have to update this readme.md file also. From where just what branches you are creating. That is a good practice. This is readme.md file. So that when the people suddenly they, even though they have enough knowledge about JIT, maybe sometimes they don't have a time to view those logs and all, so that using this readme.md files they can easily understand that okay, this is how the structure is on JIT.
Right.
Okay, Cooper, just you're getting right.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
I need to
Okay, and we
practice
see
something
I
on
think
time. Tomorrow I'll practice all these things after getting the video, and I'll write down my queries.
yeah, sure. One sec, just I think we have few more comments this I can explain to you. CMD JIT. Okay, if you see this command, okay, this new update, if I want to revert this new update, I can execute this command JIT revert, and then I'm giving this commit ID so that that commit has been reverted. Okay, we can go and see what is there in that commit
Mm-hmm.
exactly. Again, when we using the GUI, it will be easy. Okay, I'll tell you that one. When we using GUI or GitHub, it will show what information is exactly changed in that commit. In this new update, we added this three dots. Okay, here it's created when we creating a merge. It's created three dots. Okay, I'm planning to remove the three dots. So I'm executing this command JIT revert bbff83, that is the commit ID. I'm
Mm-hmm.
entering. Okay, just it will asking for the confirmation revert new updates. Just again I'm pressing shift colon WQ so that I'm changing these things, and then I'm pushing into my source code, that is my GitHub. If you went here, we have the things. Why it's not reverted? messages here, right? Okay, this command is not working properly. Okay, I'll get back to you on this command. Just revert alone. Just I'll get back to you
No problem,
since
sir.
it's not working as expected. Just I will get back to you. And then we have a diff command. If you want to find the difference between two things, you can execute this one git diff, and then you have to give the first commit ID, and then you have to give the second commit ID.
Hmm.
For example, so I'm going and taking some two commit messages. Then I'm going to commit message. If you see in file A, just we added this new line we added. This
Hmm.
is what they are saying here. At hyphen minus 2 comma 5 plus 2, the sixth line we added this thing. We can get what changes exactly happen in the command line. Just if you have the source, source tree, we can directly go and check for each thing what is the if example, just this is a new line we added in update in my Java program. Just we remove this one and we added this exclamatory dot dot dot, and then here we remove one line. Those informations we can get it easily in the source tree. Okay, you getting?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yep. Okay. Do you have an idea about this one? SSH key generation?
Not really, sir. Theoretically, I learned it, but I don't know.
Okay. Then we will see that in the next class. Okay. If you want passwordless authentications, what you have to do? Uh, Go to settings in GitHub or in Bitbucket. Go to settings. Here we have webhook, had webhook, not webhook. Sorry. We have to come to integrations and services.
Hmm.
Password. Okay, here we have had service. Under add service we can add if we are using Jenkins, we can click Jenkins, and then we can give that plugin details here, Jenkins URL, those kind of stuff and all. We can use this one, and we
Hmm.
have deploy key. This deploy key we can add up. Okay, here we can give our title, whatever name you can give, and then here we have to give our RSA token, that is our SSH key, public key ID, so that without username password it will work. I think I have a setup in my Bitbucket. Okay, again Bitbucket is another uh, GUI based interface. One of the main difference between GitHub and Bitbucket is GitHub is only integrated with Git, whereas Bitbucket is we can integrate with SVN. That is another source code management system. Either we can integrate with SVN or with Git.
Okay.
Okay. Usually, interview point of thing, what kind of questions you can expect from JIT, that is source code management related stuff is where you are maintaining your Git repository. Just either you can maintaining in cloud, public cloud like a GitHub or Bitbucket, or it is managed by your internal team. Like that, they will ask questions. Based on that, we have to answer. Okay, in my both organizations, both in TCS as well as in Accenture, the Git is fully managed by the our internal team,
Mhm.
and for my client they are using GitHub enterprise account, which is again it is managed by the client only, but they're storing the informations in the GitHub. Okay, they are not maintaining, they are not managing in their not in their local server, they directly maintaining in the cloud repository.
Mhm.
And next thing is mostly you'll get questions related to Git hook. Okay, just you go through this concept Git hook. It's nothing but we can integrate using this Git hook. We can enforce some things, like if we are giving a commit message, right? Usually
Yeah.
our commit messages we can give whatever information we want. They will expect the commit message in some certain format. Examples: first you have to give some 6-digit ID, and then one space, and then you can give your commit message. Like that, they will export. Okay, the reason why is some in most of the case in some organizations they will integrate JIT with Jira. You are aware about Jira?
Hello.
Krupal, are you aware about Jira?
No, sir, not at all.
Okay, Jira is a bug tracking tool, or it we can call as a requirement tracking tool. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
there they will integrate with the Jira. Whatever commit message we are giving, we have to give that Jira ID. The reason why is they in that case they can easily go and identify for this issue. These are the fixes done by the developers. So to
Okay.
identify that, they will enforce some things in Git hook. We need a message like this. Okay, and that has been taken care by the central team. And if we have an interested, we can develop our own Git hook also. We can enforce if we have all the things like a Jira, and then if we have our own Git repository, we can enforce those things.
Right. Right.
Okay, again, this is a Bitbucket account. Okay, here I think we can create a private up to 5 private repository without any cost.
Oh, that's good.
Okay, just go and create a repository. UI is little bit different between GitHub and here. Okay, I'm giving training. It will ask this is a private repository or not. Okay, I'm taking this is as a private repository. And if you see version control systems, currently integrate with JIT and Mercury, not with SPL. They integrated with JIT and Mercury, and you can go to the advanced settings, and then you can give descriptions. And then if you okay, again, this Bitbucket is an Atlassian tool. Atlassian products, again Jira is also a Atlassian products. We can integrate with either issue tracking, or we can integrate with the wiki pages, and what languages those kind of informations you can use here. Okay, and then we have Hipchat notifications. Hipchat is related, just similar to Skype. Okay, some of the
Mm-hmm.
client is using. If you enable this one, Hipchat notifications, what will happen whenever you are pushing changes, it will go to the chat message. If we have that configuration things, if you configure your organization Hipchat thing, always whenever you are pushing a source code, it will send a notification to some groups or rooms.
Right. Right. Right.
Okay, again we have this command like git remote origin add at bitbucket git at bitbucket.wilby.com. Since it is SSH, since SSH, if you make it as HTTPS, it will come git clone. We can using this command we can clone this one. If you come to the settings, here we have access key. In this access key, we can go and add our access key. We have to give our label, and then we have to paste our source code here so that it won't ask username password every time when we are pushing or pulling our source codes. Okay, when we seeing about Jenkins, we will see about this SSH key and all.
No problems.
Okay, and coming to source tree, just I'll explain what are the things is available here. Okay, you can go and create your own repository. Otherwise, you can pull a repository, remote repository that is clone. Just you can go and give a URL here, and then you can clone the repository wherever you want. So what I'm doing, just I'm going and creating a new repository. I name the source tree source. Now my local repository has been created. If you come outside, have my local repository. Inside there, I'm creating uh, readme.txt hi test. If you see, I have untracked file. Here it is showing right. It is untracked file. It is having the content high test and untracked files. If you want to make it as commit, first you have to select this button, select the stage selected so that it will add it to the stage. Okay, if you don't want, you can go and select this button and then you can give unstage it so that it will come from the stage to unstage. Okay, I'll show the same thing in the command prompt also. Service resource. Uh, now it is saying that untracked file. Here I'm selecting to stage. Now I'm executing. It is changed to green color, and but still it is not committed. Okay, here we have a commit message so that you can give a commit message like first commit, and then if you click this commit, it will be automatically committed. If you see, everything is clean, and if you again if you click this one, you'll get what are the commit message you having. Okay, just I'm trying to push this code, but it is not, remote branch is not added. So just that alone, just we have to add the remote branch. How we can add is, I'm going here to my source tree. Just I try to execute this command, and then I'll try to push this changes. I want to push it master, my remote branch is source master, and then I want a track, and then I'm trying to push. I hope it will find or it will prompt for username password. Okay, saying the SSH server key for Bitbucket has been added to the key cycle. You must need to restart the current process. Okay. So what I'm doing, just I'm canceling this thing, and then again I'm trying to push my changes. I can see the log also, what is happening in the background.
Mm-hmm.
Retry. Since SSH key is not enabled, it's keep on failing. I'm canceling. Okay, again closing this information. So we'll try from remote repository. This command prompt. Again, if it is fail, I'll put it my SSH key there. Already have my SSH key.
Mm-hmm.
In my it's saying a warning that permanently added RSA host key for the IP address to the list of known hosts. Repository access denied. A deployment key is not associated with the request repository. So I have to associate my repository here. So I'm going and then access key. I'm adding, just giving Dell laptop, and then I'm pasting my key here. Add. Now I try to do the same thing. Again, it's failing. Access denied. Deployment key is read only. Can't read from the remote repository. One second. I think I upload the wrong key there. You can see. It's not taking. Okay. We will see this in this when we are using a Jenkins. Okay. It's not
Okay,
recognizing my
no
key.
problem.
I think I have to generate a new key for this. Anyway, just we'll see it again.
No problem, sir. Not a problem.
Mike, could you make Krupal as a presenter so that I can debug his issue?
Hello.
Yeah, one second, Krupal. I will ask
No problem.
Manigandan to make you as a presenter, or I'll say make a presenter. Okay, Krupal, I make you as a presenter. I think you can share your screen.
Mm-hmm. I have to download. Yes, sir. I'm sharing it. What shall I do now?
I think you have a monitor kind of things, right? You have
Yes.
one icon like a monitor. Just click that one. I think your screen will share.
No, my screen is already.
Yeah, it's already
I'm
in
already
shared
sharing.
in chat mode only. Just you can go and execute the commands which you are facing issue.
Yeah. So, sir.
Okay, it's saying unable to read C:/KDS JIT config. Okay, execute JIT version command. Oh, okay. I think there is some problem with the installation. I think again you have to redo it. Okay, just quickly go and uninstall your. Okay, let's go to command prompt.
I'm alright, sir. I'm on the command prompt only, sir.
Open your Windows run. Just put dot and then enter. No, just don't open command prompt. Just dot and enter. Okay, here. Yep, there is some issue with your installation. Just uninstall your JIT. Again, we
Mm-hmm.
will retry it. Because whenever you are installing JIT, it will create .JIT folder in your user profile.
Mm-hmm. I have to check all the things, right, sir?
Yeah, next.
Shall I keep it like this only?
Yeah, just you can keep the same thing. That's not a problem. Next.
Next.
Okay. Yep, next. Next. Okay, next. Just give next, finish.
Okay, finish.
Yeah, yes. Just give finish. Okay, now open the command prompt or git bash, whatever you want. Still, it's not okay. Maybe it is a hidden file. I think just you have to enable this one
I
also.
did it,
Hidden
sir.
files. Okay, hidden files is also showing, right? Okay, just go to git bash and then started executing this one.
Mm, yeah, show it in files. Yes. It's not there, sir.
Yeah, it's okay. Just go to git bash and then start executing that command.
Command prompt will be okay, sir.
Yeah, just command prompt is okay. Just you can execute
It's working.
git config. I'll tell you command git space config global. No. And you just again just just global space user dot name space double quotes. You can give your name. It's working, right?
Yeah. Yeah, now it's working. Yeah.
Same thing. Just if you tried like git email also, if you tried, it will work.
And what is the command, sir? Email.
User dot email.
It's working, sir. No problem.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much, sir.
Okay,
I'll go
okay, cool.
through it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll share the today's exercise also with the money content so that he will share with you. Just go through the
sure.
exercises and then like that, just create an account in GitHub and then you can create a free repository there and then you can push your source code there.
Yes. All the practice I'll do it by myself, sir. No problem.
Okay. Sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, see you then,
okay.
sir. Have a good day ahead.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Bye. We'll see it on Friday.
Okay, sure.
Yeah,
Thank you very
thank you.
much.
Bye.